The diaphragm is a muscle that sits just underneath the rib cage, and it is used in breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing is characterized as when we breathe, the diaphragm moves down on the inhale, up on the exhale. Stress breathing is when the diaphragm is stuck, not moving. This is also called chest breathing. Stress breathing causes a negative feedback loop. As the diaphragm is stuck, it signals danger to body and mind. The mind experiences restlessness, anxiety, avoidance. With this experience, the mind sends a signal of danger to the body tenses up, maybe even intensifying stress breathing. So here's the opportunity. We can now activate diaphragmatic breathing at one point, making it automatic. And as the diaphragm slowly and gently moves, this is a signal of safety to the body and mind. The mind experiences safety, calm, sends the signal of safety to the body experiences relaxation, and with this, a positive feedback loop. So with this diaphragmatic breathing, we have access to safety, and with this facilitating calm and relaxation compared to stress, anxiety, and these type of defense mechanisms. As well as at one point, it will become automatic, and with this, every breath, every diaphragmatic movement is a facilitation towards relaxation and calm. How do we practice diaphragmatic breathing? I recommend 5 phases: natural breathing, lower belly breathing, lower belly ribs, chest, and again, diaphragmatic breathing. In the first phase, the natural breathing phase, we simply recognize whatever breathing pattern it is. This will develop our skill in being sensitive to it. The belly phase is there for developing the skill of being able to activate diaphragmatic breathing, and so developing the muscle, the strength of the muscle. The lower belly ribs, chest phase is there in order to guide the direction of our breathing from the bottom up rather than from the top down, as well as developing adaptability. We are not always able to breathe with the lower belly inflating, lower belly deflating, because in certain postures, abdominal muscles get active or cardiovascular activity. So here in this phase, we develop the expansion of the ribs and chest so the air can move wherever it finds in the given situation most convenient. And then finally, the 5th phase, and again the natural phase. In this phase, we automate the breathing pattern by observing directly how diaphragmatic breathing is happening all by itself. We build trust, and then it will get automated. So a demonstration from the front. The natural phase, we simply, if you want, you can place your hands lower belly chest, observing how you're breathing. Then we can start with the lower belly phase, placing our hands on the lower belly, inhaling, lower belly lifts, exhaling, lower belly drops. We do this actively. Lower belly ribs phase, initially we open up the rib cage in order to facilitate the air moving up. You can place your hands on the side of the ribs, fingertips slightly touching each other. Starting in the lower belly, inhaling, lower belly lifts. And then opening up your rib cage, allowing the air to move up. Rib cage expands. Exhaling, relaxing, fingertips touching against each other again. Lower belly ribs chest, similar, starting in the lower belly, ribs open, air moves up, fills up the ribs, and then also the chest. You can place your hands, one on the lower belly, one on the chest. Inhaling, lower belly lifts, open up the ribs, air rises, ribs and chest fill up, exhaling, relaxing. Natural phase, place your hands wherever you feel convenient, noticing how diaphragmatic breathing is happening all by itself. Experiencing that will automate it. Some tips regarding how to approach this practice. One is the attitude of allowing and offering rather than forcing. Forcing will cause the diaphragm to be stuck even further, and allowing and offering will bring a kind of relaxation to the body, and it will facilitate the breathing moving. The other one is slowness rather than volume. So we are not aiming for a big volume. This is not the strength of the diaphragmatic muscle. The strength of the diaphragmatic muscle lies in the slowness, how slow you can inflate and allow the diaphragm to move down. In the other attitude, find if you can notice pleasure, enjoyment, relaxation in the breathing. This is an indicator that you're doing it right, rather than feeling tense. You also might feel suffocation. So suffocation could be a transition effect that will, with patience, so simply continue practicing, will go away as the body is adjusting to this new breathing pattern. Another reason could be the attitude of forcing, trying to push the diaphragm down even though it's not ready. And this will cause a sense of suffocation. So check your attitude if that is the case. Or as well, you can, anytime you feel dizzy or the suffocation, you can simply pause, balance yourself. Whenever you're ready, you can restart. You practice again. What are indicators that show us our development in this skill of diaphragmatic breathing? Recognizing our current breathing pattern, whether stress breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, it is helpful to recognize it. Once we recognize it, we then, second skill, activate our diaphragmatic breathing. We can also develop the skill in finding enjoyment and calm in this safe, calming, relaxing diaphragmatic breath. And finally, making it automatic in more and more situations. All of these skills are gradually developed. It becomes easier and easier to recognize, easier and easier to activate, more and more enjoyment in it, and more often diaphragmatic breathing is natural, happening all by itself. I wish you all the best in developing the skills, accessing safety and calm